they want you to succeed and they really want you to do well. And that's something that helped me a lot. Like they're always there for extra help after school, before school, at lunch. The teachers are just super helpful. They're super friendly. And one thing I also enjoyed is they treat you like young adults like you are.
I'm Glenn Herbert, and I'm an editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private schools to gain insights into their programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administrators. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
I think Hudson gave me a very well-rounded education, which I definitely appreciate a lot coming into university. At Hudson, I was able to push myself quite rigorously with my academics, which at the time I was like, sometimes you find it a little bit difficult when you're a high school student, but after becoming a university student, I realized it has helped me greatly. Like I went through my first year and obviously it was hard, but Hudson definitely prepared me for it really, really well. So I am very grateful for that. But as well, just all the extra opportunities with extracurriculars was great. Joining clubs and just being part of a school community was definitely something that was very beneficial to me and I carried over into university as well, which at a bigger school it's harder to find these opportunities because I feel like it's harder to get involved in the school community, but at a school like Hudson where you know everyone and all the staff and teachers are just super friendly and they want to get to know you too, it's super easy to get involved and that's something that I think has impacted me greatly. Definitely think the staff are a big part of it. They want you to succeed and they really want you to do well. And that's something that helped me a lot. Like they're always there for extra help after school, before school, at lunch. The teachers are just super helpful. They're super friendly. And one thing I also enjoyed is they treat you like young adults like you are. So it's kind of nice to be in an environment where the teachers don't really talk down to you and they treat you very respectfully. And I find that you make really good connections with the school community that way. I would say welcoming, friendly, and inspiring. Well, I found the school community was welcoming as soon as I was there. I actually joined Hudson in the middle of a semester, so I didn't start when everybody else started, but I found right away I was very welcomed into the school community and I got to know everybody very quickly. Friendly, like obviously all the staff members, the teachers, all the students were just very friendly and inviting, and they make you feel comfortable. They don't make you feel kind of on edge or nervous about being there. It's just a very welcoming, friendly environment. And then inspiring was, I would say, the school actually in just it there's so many options that it can inspire so many great ideas in you. Like being a part of a certain club can inspire just great thoughts about what you would want to do with your education, like in the future with university. But as well, the teachers inspire you to work harder and just push yourself beyond what you probably could or probably what you would do at another school. So I found just there was just so much opportunity for growth, and that Hudson really inspired that in me. Common character trait, I would definitely just say like friendliness and inclusiveness was a big part of Hudson, considering that a large percentage of the student body was international students who I came to Hudson from just another school in Toronto, but students are coming here from all over the world and they could get quite welcomed into the student body quite quickly, which was nice to see because I know at a lot larger schools it's easier to kind of fall through the cracks and not get to know people very well. but Hudson's student body was just super welcoming and inclusive of everybody. And I guess that's also has to do with the school's layout. Like we had a common room and a cafeteria where you could go sit and talk with people and you'd be invited into chat, and it was nice to just have a very inclusive student body. I definitely saw the be yourself part. That was like a big motto of the school, is just to be yourself. And I definitely saw that a lot. Like you have to wear uniforms obviously, so that's not very a big expression of yourself, but just through the clubs and the classes, there was so many opportunities to do what you wanted to do, and there was no being forced to do a certain thing or take a certain class. It was just very up to you. Like if there was something that you desired to do, you could start a club to do it. And it was just, I found that just the teachers in the community just really inspired you to be you and find what you liked and what you enjoyed, and just to carry that with you after you graduate. From my own personal experience, having been at such a large school and going to such a small school, I found what surprised me the most was the number of opportunities. Sometimes you would think that at a smaller school, there'd be a lot less opportunities for students, but that was just very much not the case. We had anything you could imagine and anything you wanted to do, you could do, which was just, it was great. Like I was a little bit worried that coming from such a large school with a bunch of sports teams and a bunch of club opportunities that I would be missing out on some of that, but I didn't miss out on any of that at all. I feel like I actually ended up becoming more involved in the school and there were more opportunities than I ever had before.
And how do you think attending Hudson has shaped you as a person today?
I think attending Hudson has just taught me a lot about myself. It's taught me to find what I enjoy and to roll with that and not just try to do what is expected of me. Like obviously you have to do what's expected of you, but to also push myself to do more and find what I enjoy and just to follow that throughout my life, because that's just what makes everything a lot more enjoyable. And I feel like Hudson definitely taught me a lot about that. I think one thing while I was a student there that I found challenging was I just found the coming from another school with a different setup and a different system, it was very challenging with the layout of our semesters and how rigorous the curriculum was. And sometimes I definitely didn't enjoy it in the moment when you were working super hard on math problems that you were just having a hard time solving. But after graduation, I've definitely seen the value a lot more in it. So I think I wouldn't change it, but sometimes as a student, you would like to change it to think I could be at a different school and getting the same grades with just half the amount of effort. But in the long run, it's definitely worth it. But sometimes it just doesn't feel like it in the moment. I think I've definitely learned to appreciate it a lot more. Obviously, when when you're pretty young and you're like in school, you don't really want to be there anymore. Like school is like you're kind of just waiting to graduate, especially once you get to your grade 12 year. But after going to university and seeing where I was at compared to my peers, I feel like Hudson definitely gave me a great advantage, and I appreciate that greatly just with the academics because I learned stuff that a lot of my peers hadn't learned going into university, which made my first year classes a little bit easier for me. But just as well, being encouraged to be a part of the school community so much at Hudson. Sometimes you're just like, I don't want to have any school spirit right now. Like, I just want to go home. But after going to university, you really learn to appreciate school spirit and getting involved in your school community. And Hudson definitely has a lot of that and a lot of opportunities to do that. And I've appreciated that a lot more after I've graduated. Say my first biggest reason would just be the teachers. The teachers are so supportive. They help you through any issues you're having with classwork. They're just always there to help you. Like in math, sometimes if you were struggling with your homework, I would go and sit with the math teacher after school for an hour and he would help me work through the problems and think everything through. And that was definitely something I didn't really have before coming to Hudson. And I think that's definitely a big reason to go is just the support the teachers give you. Um, I'd say another reason would be the opportunities the school presents. I was involved in almost every club at the school. I just liked being involved with the school spirit and the school community. And it was a lot of fun, and you got to know your teachers and your peers a lot better through that. And it just gave you a lot more, just I guess, like experience for going into university, like for your applications as well and your scholarship applications. And Hudson just has an endless number of opportunities for that. Um, as well on top of that is we have our house system, which I definitely benefited from as a part of also the opportunities. So as much as being involved in the school community is great, you can also get points for your house for doing it. And it just creates more school spirit and it's just fun. And then the third reason I would recommend going would just be the close knitness of the community. I like when I graduated, I knew every single person in my graduating class, which when I graduated from my elementary school, where it was a very large school, I did not know every single person in my class, not even close. And so it was quite nice to just get to know everybody, but as well just to know the teachers and the staff. Like my principal knew me by name, my vice principal knew me by name, and like we'd have conversations all the time, which was something I never had before. Like I don't think I ever even had a conversation with my principals at my old schools. I just never got to know them. I probably couldn't even tell you their names right now, but it's just such a it's just a really great community. Everybody wants to know you, everybody wants you to succeed, and it's just very enjoyable in that sense. It makes going to school a little bit more enjoyable. I mean, I would always go off my own personal experience after coming from a big public school. I found when I came to Hudson, I really grew as a student. I was given so many opportunities and I was encouraged to succeed and to be better and to do better. And that's something that I would have missed out on if I didn't come to Hudson. Like my grades went up obviously just from the support and I found I enjoyed school a lot more than I ever had before, which is definitely important because if you enjoy going to school, you're going to succeed a lot more than you would if you didn't enjoy going to school. And I think the Hudson community just really fosters that enjoyment. I would say get involved in everything that you can. Be a part of the school community. There's just so many opportunities there to have fun and just to get to know people better. And just don't be afraid to go sit in the common room and play ping pong with people or just have a conversation, which I know it can be a little bit nerve wracking at first, but everybody's pretty open and willing to talk. And it's just nice to get to know everybody and be a part of the community. And it just really improves your high school experience. I would just say, like, obviously explore your options and know that Hudson has so many amazing opportunities at the school and so many fun things that you can participate in. And the academics and the teachers are just a great support network, and everybody at Hudson supports you and they want you to succeed and they want you to enjoy being at school. And I think that has helped me greatly in my university career, and I'm just grateful for it.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.